Florida football player and #1 sprinter in the world last year.
Well, we will never forget, Tom, the build-up, the drama to 2000 Olympic trials, the 200-meter final. It was supposed to be the moment of Mo Green and Michael Johnson, but it was John Capel who had the start of his life. He took this win at the Olympic trials on into Sydney as a favorite to win, but it was this moment here, rocking back in the blocks, a terrible mistake. He was caught in the blocks, got a terrible start. It was too much ground to recover in this final at the Olympic Games in Sydney, and John Capel did not finish in the medals, and he was devastated. And now he finds himself in lane 1. Capel telling me that he has to make up the stagger right away to try and get himself to this on this next team.
Well, Shawn Crawford, no one has looked better overall at these trials than Shawn.
And Shawn Crawford came to these Olympic trials, Tom, with the idea that he would win all of his rounds, and he has done that in an incredible, impressive fashion.
Capel, the tough lane 1, then Grimes, Johnson, Patton, Crawford's in 5, Williams, Gatlin, and Gay. And Michael Johnson looking on. Michael Johnson, one of the most memorable moments I've ever been associated with, won the 200 in Atlanta to become the first to win both the 400 and 200 at the same Olympics, and did it in world record time. And Michael in jeopardy of losing his relay, 4x400 relay gold medal from Sydney with Jerome Young. The IAAF ruling today that those medals should be taken away because of the Jerome Young positive drug test. The IOC still has to rule, but it seems likely that those medals would be forfeited.
And over in lane 7, Tom, Justin Gatlin, who had some skin torn off the bottom of his right big toe because of the heat. He's got it wrapped up. Not so sure how that'll affect him if he'll be able to get in the top 3 here.
Strong field in the 200, and the potential Athens medalist probably will be left home. He's told to stand up out of the blocks. That's a look at Justin Gatlin.
Gatlin is a tremendous talent, and the burden has been taken off of him. As you see that wrap on his left leg, as I mentioned in the earlier rounds, Gatlin doesn't have a problem with his left hamstring. He did all through college, and he sort of wears that wrap as a security blanket, as a pacifier, if you will. It just takes it off of his mind. But tremendous talent here. Shawn Crawford, who has been one of the sprint stars here, and he has had an unbelievable run. 7 events he's run on this track. In the 100 he ran 10:08, 10:08, 9:93, 9:93. And in the 200 so far, he's run 19:88, 20:09, 20 flat, and he's asking his body one more time to deliver one big performance to get him to Athens on this team.
Is that no respect? He had a hand-lettered Crawford sign on the front of his singlet, not printed out. Back in the blocks. Top 3 to Athens. And there's the start. And Shawn Crawford is away well. Capel's got that tough inside lane, and he's off to a great start, however. Here they come for the home straightaway.
And Capel said he'll pick him up, and if he gets beat in the end, that's everybody's problem. But look at Shawn Crawford.
And Bernard Williams, here they come to the line, and it's going to be Shawn Crawford. Crawford, who ran the fastest first round ever at the trials competition, 1988. Earlier, comes back and blazes off the turn and wins it in 19.99.
Shawn Crawford has shown us nothing but power, and more power as he's run the 100 and the 200. Here he is leading the way after 7 rounds, and look at Justin Gatlin coming up on the outside here in lane 7. He got lucky with that lane, and Bernard Williams here pulling up for 3rd in the back, and an amazing performance by all these guys considering the heat and the great chance that you have some sort of dehydration with all of this heat and all the sweating that's going on. Now, I want you to look here on the inside of this track. Right there in lane 1 is John Capel. He did what he had to do. He got stuck in that bad lane, and he tried to make up the distance. But he was no match for Shawn Crawford, who was able to get out in front and somehow relax. Justin Gatlin on the outside, able to hold his form. And so now these 2 young men, Williams and Gatlin, Crawford and Gatlin, will double in Athens, 100 meters and 200 meters.
And the spikes into the crowd. Shawn Crawford, 19.99. Gatlin 2nd, Bernard Williams 3rd, and Capel finished 6th. Bernard Williams heaving the spikes into the crowd after making the U.S. Olympic team.
And doing their best to catch their collective breath. And these 2 gentlemen, Shawn Crawford and Justin Gatlin, are training buddies, best of friends, and now have the dream of competing in not 1 but 2 Olympic events. Let's start with you, Justin. Your thoughts?
It feels good. It feels good to represent America, come out here with these great competitors that we have. I think we have the best competitors in the world. All I know coming down the home stretch, all I can think about back home in Raleigh training with me and my teammate.
And here is your teammate, Shawn Crawford. You had all the fast qualifying times. Did you feel you were in top form coming into this race?
Well, actually, I knew I was in top form. I mean, my coach, Trevor Graham, our coach, Trevor Graham, he prepared us well, and he knew what he was doing, trying to get us up here so we can do our best performances here at the U.S.Olympic trials and move on to Athens and do the same thing.
And get a word from Bernard. Bernard, are you, a lot of people are talking about Shawn and Joe. Were you the forgotten guy here?
I'm always forgotten. See, the U.S. has been known to have many great sprinters, and I'm the entertainer. I'm going for first, but if I don't get it, I love life. Back to you.
On that note, Tom, back to you.
Can't argue with that. And it'll be a strong 200-meter team that represents the United States in Athens.